Hi, everybody. Well, I didn't mean to drop it. Let me just say, there we go. Sorry if you're just now joining me. I accidentally dropped my cell phone. Well, back in January of this year, I shot a video talking about something that I did and that happened to me. Well, I wanted to get on here, now that I pretty much know what's what and what's happened because today is March 17th, 2023. It's St. Patrick's Day. That's why I'm wearing, the shamrock earrings and the green sweater. First off, other than that, I want to tell you here it is like 37 degrees Fahrenheit here right this minute as I'm shooting this video. It is cold. And it's also, according to my microwave, about 7:11 p.m. Well, anyway, like I said in the description of this video and the title of this video, I want to do an update on something that I talked about in a previous video, which was, back from February. Tried January. As you'll remember, I got my book, Mammoth Cave, One Family Story, published back in January. And there's been a press release. And I'm also going to include in the description of this video in a little while the links to where you can go online to Barnes & Noble and Amazon to buy the actual physical copy like this one that I'm holding. But the thing I wanted to add at this point is that as of around Valentine's Day last month in February, it dropped on Kindle, it dropped on Nook, it's also now on Apple Play or Apple iTunes and Google Play. Tried to merge Apple and Google, not happening. But yeah, it's on Google Play and Apple's iTunes if you want to buy a copy. It is actually on there. I did actually look. It is seriously no lie. And you should recognize it by this cover. It looks just like this, on there. And I just wanted to let y'all know, hey, it's on there if you want to buy yourself a digital copy, and two, the physical book is still for sale too. It is what it is. It's just I just want to encourage y'all to get on there and get yourself a copy. Help girl out. Well, and I am very excited and proud about that because like I mentioned, I worked really hard on getting this book published. And it's, it's, in case you're wondering, yes, it is nonfiction. It is, 100% true because it's I talk about the cave tours, what the guidelines are, and then I talk about people, places, and things inside the cave and outside of the cave. One story that I didn't share in the book just because it was rather stinky. And how do you explain this in a book without people taking it the wrong way? Is back in 2012, Tony and I went down there in June of 2012, we went down there for my birthday. Well, what happened is we did the historical tour, 10 years ago, or 11 now. Going on 11 now. Well, what wound up happening is that we were going through the historical entrance, and you can see the War of 1812, the pipes that they used to pipe water down the hill and into the cave for them to do the mining. Well, anyway, there was this god awful smell, right there in that passageway there. And the guide that was with us this particular time says, do y'all have any questions? And I went, yeah, what is that smell? Oh my Lord. I'm like, oh, and I might have mentioned it in my Mammoth Cave playlist. You know, I was like, oh my Lord, what is that smell? I'm like, oh, my good Lord. What it ended up being was a skunk had bought it like in February of that year. And here we're talking June, and it was still lingering inside that spot in the cave. 5 months later, I was like, oh my Lord, because it smelled like it had just happened. I'll tell you what, it did. It smelled like the skunk had just bought it, like, like a day or two before. And that's what had crossed my mind. I was like, oh Lord. I mean, because it is, if you've ever smelled skunk before, I mean, you know, that'll be your reaction. Like, oh my good Lord. Oh my good, you're like, oh my Lord, that is stinky. And it was just, one thing I did mention in the book was, that same time when we were walking through there, Tony had a bat fly in his face. Just, right in his face and right out the door. Well, anyway, I wanted to get on here, and like I said at the beginning of this video, I want to let you all know and update that this book is now available in physical paperback from like what I'm holding here, and then the Apple iTunes Store, Google Play, Kindle, and Nook. So, just do a girl a favor and, buy a copy, alright? But anyway, I'm going to pause here because I want to talk about something else in a different video about something else entirely. So hang on and I'll be back in a little while.